Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a thumbs up. 90 Day Fiancé star David Tuberosi has a brand new career. But is it a sign of him having money problems again? David is a 56-year-old man from Kentucky who was first seen in 90 Day Fiancé Season 5. When he introduced his romance with the much younger Thai woman, Annie Suwon. David had 3 grown children, had been through a divorce with his wife of 21 years, and ended up losing his house and job in the process. His health also wasn't great, since David had suffered a stroke and the poverty didn't seem to end. David still approached the 24-year-old Annie at a bar and proposed to her within a week. David and Annie moved to the U.S. after much difficulty getting married. It took them many years to be able to live happily. The couple never wanted to have a baby. While they spoke about how David's vasectomy and Annie's PCOS were stopping them from getting pregnant, in hindsight, it could have had something to do with their financial limitations. Is that why David is looking for new ways to make money after announcing they're finally having a child together? David revealed he had a new job with a surprise post in May. He shared a picture of his visiting card to reveal he was now a realtor working in Arizona. He tagged the company, Fielder's Choice Realty, who he's working for. David thanked his wife for being supportive while going through a career transition. David also included his phone number and email in the picture, and when someone asked him how they would find his listings, he asked them to DM or call him. David has not created a second page for his business, but then again, fans have watched him trying to sell his property to co-stars Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh, who were almost convinced to relocate to Thailand because of David's masterful salesmanship. David is now offering the same condo to his Instagram family. He posted his listing on Instagram for all to see, and the comments reveal that fans are interested in buying the 2.1 million Thai baht property. The selling point is the fact that it's located just 600 meters from Jomtien Beach. It was in this post that David suggested he could be facing money problems while waiting for the arrival of his baby with Annie. When J-Mats asked, "Why are you selling the baby?" David replied, "We want to get a larger place." David did not reveal if he was looking to get a bigger place in Thailand itself or the US, but it's likely he wants to move into a new home with Annie now that the baby is coming. David even bought a larger car for Annie as a push present. David has been called a deadbeat father in the past. David worked as an English teacher when they moved to Louisville after marrying. Coming back to the US had been very tough for David. He hadn't thought about how difficult it would be to even find a job. His friend Chris had offered David to go live in the manager's apartment at a storage facility. Annie had noticed how the place didn't even have a cooking space, considering cooking is one of Annie's loves. David convinced her that it wasn't much and wasn't everything they needed, but they should have been thankful they had a roof over their heads. She had started regretting coming to America. Living in a storage unit is not what Annie had expected. She said she wanted to die. Annie might not have been a fan of Chris and his wife Nikki, who were funding the couple's life. They had paid for everything from their plane tickets to visa fees. Annie and David first lived with Chris and Nikki in their house. The couple wanted Annie to help around with things like cooking, but things took a nasty turn when Chris asked Annie if she could give him Thai massages while he lounged poolside. By June 2019, Annie and David had said goodbye to the horrendous living conditions of the storage unit, but they hadn't found their home yet. The couple had been couch surfing around family homes. Thankfully, in September 2019, Annie and David moved into their own apartment in Scottsdale, Arizona. David even had a new job where he had a contract with a company that has business in Asia, according to InTouch. They'd even considered moving to Thailand, but stayed in Arizona for the weather. In May 2022, In Touch reported that David and Annie had purchased a $550,000 home in Fountain Hills, Arizona. The 2,219 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom townhome has 2 stories, complete with 20-foot-high ceilings, a 2-car garage, a fireplace, and a jacuzzi bathtub. While the house seems to have enough space to accommodate their new family member, it'll be interesting to see what David has in mind for the future. He has made impressive financial decisions lately, and whatever David does will certainly be beneficial for Annie and the baby.